So, a personal goal that I've had for myself the last few years is learning to control my impulse spending. And I want to share with you some of the tips and tricks I've used to be able to watch my spending. Back in a moment. Hey y'all, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel, Gen X or Plans, Budgets, and Stuff. Today's show is going to be about the middle word, which is budgets. I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the tips and tricks that I use to help control my impulse spending. Now, I want to put a disclaimer out there first. I'm not a financial expert. And my spending is definitely not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But over the last few years, it has improved immensely. And I wanted to share a few things that I did to help do that for myself. I watch a lot of budgeting channels on this app. I get a lot of great ideas, and I've implemented several of these things over time. One of my main channels that I love to watch is The Organized Money. Elena has wonderful ideas, and a lot of the things that I do, I've adapted from the things that she teaches. So the first thing that I do is my budget is in writing. I put down what my income is every month. I put down every single bill that I do, every subscription, every single thing that is a fixed expense, and then I've got variable expenses. I put it all down in writing. That makes it real for me. So knowing what I really have coming in and what I have going out makes all the difference. That includes tracking the spending also. By hand in an expense tracker. So that's the first thing. For me, putting things in writing and actually writing them down, it reinforces how much money I actually have and how much actually leaves. Okay, and the second thing that I do is I use cash when possible. For most things, I don't use cash, but the main two things that I use cash for are my food, which includes groceries and any eating out. And the other thing that I use cash for is what I call a personal envelope. And typically the things that come out of that particular envelope for me is if I go to the nail salon or if I go to the hair salon. So right now I'm on a nail break, not only to physically give my nails a break, but also to give my budget a break. But I'm still putting money into that particular envelope to use when I'm ready to go back to it. And also, like I said, I use it for going to the hair salon as well. So those are the two things I use cash for. And when I do my budget, I set aside my grocery bill is $100 a week. Probably a little something I should mention. My husband and I, our finances are separate. He likes to buy his food and meal prep for him to take to work with him, and I like to do the same for myself. We don't really do a joint grocery shop. We kind of do our own thing. That's going to change next year when he retires, but for now, that's how we've done it. All of our married life. We've been together for 10 years, so we've always had our money separate, and so that's how that works for us. So with my food envelope, I put in $200 every payday because I get paid twice a month. And what I don't use in that, if it's $5 bills or $1 bills, I've got a little personal challenge going on to where I'm saving those and putting those away. I've got currently about $400 since the beginning of the year put away just because of using fives and saving fives and ones. It's a lot of fun. I think the fact that it's a game really makes a difference. So, and then if I have any money left over in that envelope, I will roll it over and add it to the next $200. So I'll probably do that for a while until I get, too much excess money because I'm really watching my grocery budget. And then I'll use some of that extra money for something else, put it in savings most likely. So that's what number two is using cash whenever I can. The third thing, and this is the part that's really difficult, is delaying my gratification. So I love to online shop. I love Amazon. Who doesn't love Amazon, right? But I love Old Navy. I love Ulta. I love shopping on all these online stores. But it can be really dangerous because if I see things and I'm putting things in the cart, and the next thing I know, I click, purchase, and, I've spent, I could go on to Ulta, for instance, to look for just like one mascara, and I end up spending $100 on other things just because I'm not being mindful of it. So what my practice has been is I'll still online shop, I'll still look at things, I'll put things in my cart, but it has to sit in my cart for a minimum of 24 hours. Now, I make it a game with myself to see how long I can go without actually purchasing that particular, the things in my cart. Elena of the Organized Money suggests, having a designated day once a week to purchase things from your Amazon cart. That way you can review the things that you've put in there. And if you still really, truly want them, then you can get them. A lot of times though, I find that when I do this method, that I let it sit in that cart for as long as I can, I find eventually I don't even want that thing anymore. I've had that with several things from Amazon. I'll click on there and I'll put it in my cart thinking, oh, this is going to be really good. And I can, in 24 hours, I can hit the buy button, but I never do. It ends up kind of sitting there till the next time. And then when I go back in to put something else in the cart and I see that thing sitting there, it's like, I really don't want it. So it goes away. It gets deleted from the cart. So delaying my instant gratification has really helped. The fourth thing that I do is I give every single dollar that I make a job. You've probably already heard this called zero-based budgeting. So this is nothing new. This is not brand new and revolutionary. Nothing like that. I didn't make this thing up. Lots of people teach to this, but I found that if I do that, then I'm able to save more money because I know exactly how much I make and I know exactly how much my bills are. So anything extra. Oh, and I also have a certain amount earmarked for saving every time. So anything outside of that, I can put into savings as well. So pretty exciting stuff. But giving every single dollar a job helps it to not be wasted. Helps it to, if you've got a little pile of money that has no purpose, no specific purpose or specific destination, it's just sitting there waiting to get you in trouble. So I assign every dollar that I've got something to do. And then the last thing, kind of along that line, is more of a mental health thing for me. I don't make my money be all work and no play. I make, as part of my budget, I give myself a little bit of, I've heard Save Money and More with Jan call it mad money. Have a little bit of money for myself, for me to do whatever I want with that money. And I love stationery products, so I might spend that money on that, or I might hang on to it and roll it over and keep collecting it until I get enough for something bigger that I want. It's kind of a little mini sinking fund just for me. I don't like that word, sinking fund. Rainy day fund, for something for just myself. If I want to have fun and spend that little bit on something that I'm really going to enjoy, it gives me some satisfaction. And so for me, that helps my mental health. So those are the things. Everything that I talked about today is all mindfully driven. In other words, mindfully, I'll write down my budget. Mindfully, I'll use cash. Mindfully, will delay that gratification for buying anything in my online carts. Um, I give every dollar a job mindfully, and then I mindfully understand that there is a little bit of money that I can have to enjoy for myself, because life is too short to not have some joy in the life. So I hope that you enjoyed my little show today. Let me know, what do you do to control your spending? If you like what you heard today, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the thumbs up to let me know that you liked it. Let Facebook know that YouTube know that you liked it, so that it'll bring up more of my things to show you. And hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I upload new content, which I try to do 2 or 3 times a week. And if you have anything you want to mention in the comments, that would be awesome. So I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for listening.